Hi everyone, it's Dr. Elizabeth from IHS, Integrated Health Solutions, and today we're going to talk about a phenomenal exercise called the dead bug. So the dead bug is a great exercise because it can incorporate multiple things. The number one thing we probably use it for here is core stability. It's a great way to learn to use your glutes, to fire your glutes really well without overextending your back or without using your back too much, which is a really common habit for people who have low back pain. So that's kind of what I'll describe as we do it later in this video. But the other thing you can also use it for is upper back. So, you want to have a really elongated spine when you're doing a bird dog. You want your whole core to be sort of solid. You don't want your back to drop or twist or rotate. You don't want to wobble. If you're doing an arm and a leg for the full bird dog, then there's a little bit more core required. You also want to have like your deep neck flexors going. So if you think about trying to make a double chin for yourself, then that's usually where you need to be in space, and that just helps elongate the whole spine. And that helps you activate everything correctly. So, if you look and you see commercials on TV or even sometimes YouTube videos, people doing bird dogs, a lot of times they're dropping in the middle every time their arms and legs come out, and that is just not correct. You're not activating the muscles that the exercise is meant to activate when you're doing it that way, so it's not very effective. So the bird dog is one of the exercises we use at Integrated Health Solutions. It's sort of a mid-range one. We usually start on the floor, go to kneeling type exercises like the bird dog, and then eventually working up to kneeling and then standing ones so that you can, neurologically learn how to do all of them correctly, where the core is supposed to be, how the breathing is supposed to be, which activation patterns you're supposed to be using, so you're using the correct muscles for these patterns and these movements all the way through. And the bird dog is an excellent one. You can even do it at home just for regular health and core stability, but also if you're having back pain, it's a good way to relearn how you're supposed to use your back and your glutes together. You're supposed to use your glutes a little bit more. I'm going to do a bird dog now, and I'm going to show you some of the peel backs that you can do to make it easier, and I'll also explain sort of all the cheats and things that are wrong when it's not going correctly. Here we go. Okay, so when I'm in position, I'm going to have my back almost like slightly flexed, but definitely at least neutral. You don't want to be down here at all because that activates these erectors. So you want to stay here, okay, and sort of like press all your limbs into the floor. That helps brace your core. And then I'm going to give myself kind of some deep neck flexion here also, okay? And if I'm doing arm and leg, it's going to look like this, or it's going to look like this. See how my back doesn't move at all? It's just my glute activating and my back. I'm not doing this, okay? You just can't, and sometimes you have to reset actually every single rep, and that's okay. Because it's more important that it's perfect than that you do very many. Neurologically, we're wanting to do the pattern over and over again perfectly so that your brain remembers which muscles it's supposed to use for the movement, because eventually we'll translate that into more difficult movements so that you can do a squat or a deadlift or something at the gym or picking up a grandkid and not be overusing your back, okay? So again, we're gonna go right to this position. Keep all your limbs square, brace your stomach, bring your neck into deep neck flexion, and then you want to pull from back here, not from your trap. So when you bring your arm up and use your glute and your upper back to come back. And that's it. That's a good bird dog. You can check out our YouTube channel for tons more videos on exercises with commentary on how to do them correctly so you can try them at home.